Get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
What's happening? What's happening, guys? That's right. It's 420 Somewhere. Oh, man. I didn't mess that up there. There we go. Got to get the right lighting going on in here. How's everyone doing on this movie month? Ooh, look at me, I'm dancing. How's everyone doing on this movie Monday? That's right, guys. We got a great one to get into on It's 420 Somewhere podcast. That's right. Oh, man. All right, I'm good to go now, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We are looking into a good, I'm excited. We are sitting down with the 2 stars from the movie Monster Squad. That's right. The cult classic, the 1987 Monster Squad. If you guys are around my age, around that generation, this movie was huge for us, guys. Found out a lot of stuff in the meantime, too, doing the review. It wasn't a big box office hit, but man, it had a huge cult following. You know, this came out around the same time, a year later, 2 years later, of like Goonies, Explorers, that type of movie. So this was like huge. And it monsters, man. Who doesn't love some Universal monsters? Oh, you got them all. Dracula, Wolfman. Oh, but we're going to get in that. And we actually have behind the scenes stories with the 2 stars for Monster Squad, guys. I went down to Tom Devlin's Monster Museum. They were doing a signing and a screening. I talked to them. Really cool guys. Gave us some behind the scenes. The audio's a little rough, so sorry, guys, if it's a little hard to hear at times. But we got a lot more to get into, guys. We also got the 31 days of spooky giveaways. That's right. If you guys don't know about this yet, what we're doing is to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. We are giving away something every day, guys. You're going to tune in at 7:10 when we go live. I ask you a question of the day. You answer it as many times as you want. You jump in at It's 420 Podcast. You answer it again. And the next day we let you know if you won or not. Wow. Just that easy. All you have to do is tune in and comment, like, share, subscribe, and every time you do, you're going to get entered. We're giving away Daily Dank swag trick-or-treat bags. You're going to have a shirt and buttons and all sorts of stickers and all sorts of cool stuff in there. We're also doing today, we did Star Wars, guys. So if you haven't got in, we have a Star Wars bar kit with like ice cube tray, a big, nice pint mug, and there's a bunch of bar stuff in there, coasters, and then we have the R2-D2 pencil holder, and then the shirt, a Cantina concert shirt. Oh, if you want to get in on that, guys, jump over on It's 710, answer the question of the day, or you can answer it here too. Every time you do, you're going to get entered to win. The question of the day today is, guys, what is your favorite all-time costume that you wore, whether it is kid, adult, whatever it may be? What was your favorite costume that you wore as a kid, adult, whatever it may be? All you got to do is answer that question as many times as you want. You can do different answers every time, but you're going to get entered to win, guys. A bitchin' Star Wars kit, man. Tune into the 710, jump on that from this morning, guys, and you see exactly. We unbox the Star Wars Galaxy box, and we have a great time doing it. But what else do we do, guys? We got the top 5 at 420, and these are, this is a really good one. So this is a guy who goes into a Spirit Halloween. Don't ask me how he gets away with it, but he did. And he dressed up like an animatronic. And these are the top 5 epic scares that he did as a Spirit Halloween animatronic. Oh, it's pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Let's get into it right now. All right, top 5 at 420 brought to you by the Healing Center. And boom goes the dynamite. Brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. First thing you're going to see right across the bridge. Save some green on some green, guys. All right, here we go. Look, he moved a little bit, and she doesn't know what to think. Oh! Oh, he got her good. Oh, man. All right, what do we got here? We got... Come on, I want you to see you scared. Come on. Oh, oh, that was classic. That was classic. Look, he's even laughing at that. All right, number 3. All right, Victor. Oh, that little girl got it good. Oh, she's not happy either. Oh, they got to clear it with the parents. All right, number 2. Oh, this kid gets it. This kid got it good. Oh, my God. Oh. No, and then he chases him out. Not cool, but funny at the same time. All right, number 1, guys. Let's see. Oh, she smacked. Oh, man. Oh, nice. Oh, that was awesome. All right, that was your top 5 at 420, guys. All right, we got a couple bonus rounds because you know what we do. All right. Nice, unexpected couple. Let's see what. Take it in, everything. Oh! She got her, but not him. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Oh, man. Oh. One more. Oh. Oh. Classic. All right, guys. We got that all hammered in. Woo, man. All right. That was pretty good. I love stuff like that. But we're counting down the 420, guys, and I need to know what everyone's getting into, what everyone's sparking up. Do you got that bong? Do you got that dab rig? Do you got that vape pen? Do you got that nectar collector? Woo! Do you got that glass of wine? Do you got those flaming hot Cheetos? You got that Subway sandwich? What do you guys got? because 420 is getting ready to go down, guys. And before anything is said, it doesn't matter because it's 420. All right, guys, how was everybody's 420? I'm getting down with some left coast Maui Wowie. Sometimes you got to be incognito. You got to like rock it a little low profile. And that's why I like vape. The left coast extracts, guys, check those out. Healing Center. Oh, they just had a big PAD the other day. Very, very cool. All right, guys, how's everyone feeling? Blow up those comments. Every time you do, you get a chance to enter to win. That's right. Easy for me to say. Oh, man. All right, guys, we're going to be jumping into this movie Monday. I'm pretty excited about it. The Monster Squad, one of my all-time favorites. We're going to be getting it. Hey, last week we did the Terrifier 2. If you guys haven't checked out that full review, we dropped it yesterday. We talked to Art the Clown himself, talking mouth holes and ungodly things, guys. All right, so it's Movie Monday. I'm excited, guys. We're going to get into this full review of the Monster Squad. Oh, I'm excited. We are going to get into it right now, guys. All right, blow up the... Oh, before we do, I'm going to announce the winner chicken dinner. That's right, of Friday's question of the day. And it is, you know what, guys, it's bound to have happened. She's super active in the community, bound to have acted, easy for me to say, bound to have happened. Teresa Deller, congratulations. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Enough of that. All right, Teresa Deller, congratulations. We can reach out to each other and make sure you get your prize. All right, guys, T-shirts are coming tomorrow, by the way. So if you haven't got your prize pack yet, you'll be getting it ASAP. All right, guys, we're going to get into the Monster Squad. And remember, question of the day, if you want to get entered in for tomorrow for the big Star Wars packs, we're doing 2 of them. Question of the day is, what was your all-time favorite Halloween costume? Just that simple, guys. All right, we're going to get into this review right now. Movie Monday. Boop.
I was standing right behind the camera when Wolfman blew up in midair.
Oh, wow. So, yes, yeah.
I have another one, not changing.
It's going to go on your permanent record.
I was...
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brian, and we are back with another episode of 420 Enhanced Movie Reviews. That's right, guys. I'm excited. We got a good one. We got an epic one for you today. We are going old school. We're going throwback, guys. We're going back to when I was about 11, 12, 13 years old, and I could not get enough of this movie. It was on HBO on one of those loops on every 2 to 3 days, and boy, me and my friends in the neighborhood, we absolutely adored this movie. That's right, the Monster Squad, guys. We are talking the 1987 cult classic. That's right. You know, a little fact that I didn't know. is that Monster Squad wasn't a huge hit at the box office. It wasn't until later that little guys like me got a whiff of it on VHS, on HBO, and we just ran with it, guys. This movie embodied everything that a young adolescent, young boy could ever want. You had Dracula, you had the Wolfman, you had Frankenstein's monster, you had the creature from the Black Lagoon, and you had the classic line, Wolfman has nards? That's right, guys. We find out 2 things about Wolfman that you probably didn't know. One is Wolfman has nards. Imagine that. And the second is there's only one way to kill a werewolf. Blah, blah, blah. Only one way. I'm so excited I can't even get it out. I'm so excited. There's only one way to kill a werewolf, guys. Silver bullet. There is no second way. Now, we are going to jump into this review. But as always, guys, I sat down with the 2 stars, the 2 Monster Squad themselves, guys, and we had a very, very cool chat. They tell me about some of their favorite things behind the scenes, what they really enjoyed. Oh, man. And Ryan Lambert, I had no idea, guys, that he was, I did, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. He was a Kids Incorporated guy. I don't know if you guys remember Kids Incorporated. Oh, I was a huge Kids Incorporated mark. But we're going to get into some of that. I'm going to actually reach out to him and see if he has any Kids Incorporated stories, because that's what I really want, guys. All right, we're going to jump into this movie review, The Monster Squad. That's right. Like I said, this is the 1987 cult classic, guys. This comes out in the vein of movies like Goonies and that type of thing. And honestly, I think the template's there. Your main unassuming hero, you got the cool kid, you got the fat kid, and you know what? One thing I do want to go into this before we get too deep in the review is how this is such a 1987 mid to late 80s movie. There's things in this movie that you'll never, ever get away with again in the world. Ever. There's a scene where the cool kid is making silver bullets. And now you got to remember, this kid is in junior high. And as he's making silver bullets in shop class, they pan over and you see a pack of Marlboros as he's doing this. I think he has one in his ear even. Just the fact that a junior high kid was smoking Marlboros in a movie. You'll never see that. This movie is so 80s, it's not even funny, guys. One of the characters, his name is Fat Kid. Or Horace, which I prefer, but they call him Fat Kid throughout the whole movie, which again, man, 80s. Scary old scary German guy. I mean, that's literally his name. If you look it up at IMDb, the actor who played this role was casted as old scary German guy. That's right, guys. That's how great the 80s were. And you know what? I'm going to say kids from the 80s and a little early 90s are a little tougher. I'm going to say. So opening scene of this movie, guys, you have Van Helsing going after Dracula. You got the Dracula's brides going after him. It's a whole melee. They're boxing it up, and they're, Van Helsing's like, "Hey, you damn Dracula, I'm gonna kill you." And Dracula's like, "No, you're not gonna do it." And Dracula's Italian for some reason. No, so there's an amulet involved. There's a whole melee, and but the opening scene has these skeletons popping up, and it's pretty creepy. And they're grabbing, again, for a kids movie. This movie was marketed to children, junior high and below. And you got the creepiest skeletons. Like, it almost looked to me like they were left over from Poltergeist. Do you remember those skeletons coming out of the ground? Oh, God, in the rain. That was horrifying. So I'm going to say it, guys. I think kids from the 80s, early 90s and below are a little tougher. Like, you would never get away with those skeletons in a movie market, let alone Marlboros and all that. All right, guys. So that's where this movie picks up at, is Van Helsing trying to send Dracula to the unknown realm with this amulet, and things go a little haywire. Van Helsing goes, and then fast forward 150 years or whatever it may be. 100 years, because every 100 years this portal can be opened. That's right. So, you got these two characters. One's the cool kid, one's the unexpected hero. They're in the principal's office, and immediately they go into the monster squad. They start talking about how they love monsters. They have a club after school. The teacher's trying to bond with them, and they go back and they walk by and they quickly establish scary old German guy. His house is there. They talk about some, the rumors about scary old German guy, and then they go to the monster club. But in the meantime, we get introduced to Horace, aka Fat Kid, which you would never get away with today. Never. And you know what? Horace isn't even that fat. By today's standards, he's not even that big of a kid. Back in the day, he probably was. I mean, I was probably like about his size. And, I want to give a shout out to the freaking retro clothing in this store. I haven't thought of T&S surf gear in so long. I haven't thought about Vision skateboards. Everything they wear is so late 80s, it's not even funny. Oh, man. But we get introduced to Horace. He's decked out in Vision and TS, I think it's TNS or GNS, skate and surf clothing. Just hilarious. And he's getting picked on by Jason Harvey, the older brother of Fred Savage in the Wonder Years. Yeah, he's a producer in Hollywood now. This dude's been around and been in every movie ever. But so we get introduced to Jason Harvey. They're picking on Horace. They're calling him fat. They're being a bully. And who rides in on their 10 speed or on their cool bike? That's right, the cool kid, guys. And he stands up for Horace, which all people should. And he bullies the bullies, which I guess is okay because they're bullies. I don't know. And then anyway, Horace introduces him into the Monster Squad. He's more interested in taking photos of the girl across the street. But that's how we get introduced to the Monster Squad, guys. In the meantime, Dracula rolls up. He has a plan to bring the monsters back together and take over this town. It's about the 100-year mark. All the creatures start rising. All sorts of chaos starts to happen. And it's time for the Monster Squad to step it up in gear, guys. That's right. So the Monster Squad goes out. They get all their knowledge about the monsters, and they take them on battle. This whole thing's pretty much a spoiler, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a 1987 movie. I'm not going to give too much away, but man, it's a cult classic. There's a lot of great lines, things that you would never see again. You got your epic monster battle. All the Universal monsters are here, guys. So make sure you're thinking about that. It's just a fun, all-around cool movie. Monster Squad steps it up. There's a final battle. All this stuff happens. And we talk about it in the end. Wolfman blows up. Everyone's battling each other. Frankenstein's monster ends up being a good guy. Turning face from heel. That's right. It's just an overall fun movie. And I think it holds up. Some of the stuff, like I said, isn't going to be politically correct in today's world, but doesn't need to be. I really love it when the girl, she's like all of 4 years old, maybe 5 years old, and she tells they won't let her join the club because it's boys only. You guys know how it goes. But she finds Frankenstein's a monster, and they're all scared of it, but she's befriended it, and she calls them all chicken shits. And I just absolutely giggled. You will never see anything like that again. Guys, take this movie with a grain of salt. It's a fun, cult-following movie. If you love Goonies, if you love movies in that kind of vein, you're going to love Monster Squad. Explorers, you got a whole bunch of different movies that fall in this genre, and you're going to absolutely absolutely love it, just like I did, guys. Still one of my all-time favorite movies. I really enjoyed it so much. Just like I said, the scary German guy, the little girl, come on, you chicken shits, and like the Marlboros. This thing's, and that's how I grew up. And it's funny because people, but man, it was a good time. I don't remember anyone ever falling out of the back of a truck because you have to sit in the front now. There was it was different times, but man, it was funny. It was good. Look back, a lot of nostalgia there, guys. So I'm gonna give it, for nostalgia reasons, 2 blunts up. That's right. Monster Squad does it for me, guys. I absolutely love it. Definitely a good one to toke up to and watch. And remember your youth. And if you haven't seen it, guys, you're going to love it. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. Don't take it too seriously. Remember the era, and you're just going to have a blast, guys. A monster's ball, if you will. All right. So we're going to get into our interview of the week, guys. We got the 2 members of the Monster Squad themselves. I sit down and we bullshit a little bit. We have a good time. Oh man, they were at a signing over at Tom Devlin's Monster Museum in Boulder City, Nevada. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you do. Hop, skip, and a jump from the tri-state area. And if you guys are worldwide watching this, next time you're in Vegas, look it up. It's just a 10-15 minute drive from Vegas, guys. All right. We're going to get into it, guys. We're going to find out what some of their favorite parts were and what they enjoyed, what they remember. We're all getting a little older, guys. All right, give it up for the Monster Squad.
Ryan.
Nice to meet you. Huge fan. Oh, yeah, as a kid, I wore it out on VHS.
You've seen it?
Oh, yeah, a million times. Yeah. I even made my kids, when they were little, sit down and rewatch it with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did they respond to it being a new?
Not as big as I did, but they did like it. Like all the big hits.
How old were they when they saw it?
About 12 and 7, so it was in that range.
Good range.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how old were you when you saw it?
About 7. Yeah,
Oh, you saw it young?
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you see it for the first time?
It was on VHS.
You saw it on VHS?
Yeah.
Great spot.
And then, of course, the HBO run that everyone remembers.
Yeah.
That was just constantly on. With it.
Brian, what do you want on here? Would you like your name on there?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Is it a little I or Y?
With an eye.
Okay. Get that straight.
So I gotta ask you guys, if you had to pick one moment from behind the scenes of that, what would be your favorite moment? Your personal, yeah, something that like,
You said I.
yeah.
Favorite one behind the scenes?
It was kind of boring. Work.
Really? Like it wasn't.
Yeah, work.
You know what? Problem. I have my answer. Find yours. I think I know what mine.
Oh, great. Put me on the spot.
Favorite moment of the whole.
It's an interesting moment because when I was a kid, I didn't really, when I was a little kid, I didn't really like rubber masks. Like Halloween really scared the crap out of me. I didn't like it at all. And I remember standing in the square where we shot the finale. And my mother was with me. And she goes, and monsters, everything was happening. Monsters were walking around everywhere. And she goes, "Can you probably believe you're doing this?" And I was like, I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
That's a good one. Behind the scenes, while we were there, Town Square final kind of sequence, I was standing right behind the camera when Wolfgang blew up in midair.
Oh, wow.
So I stayed late to see that because I knew that was going to be a one-time that you weren't going to see again. And
did it live up to the hype in your mind?
You know, it never looks as good as it does, on camera because they finish it and it's sound sweetened and explosions on it. It's just sort of this thing flies out a window very quick and it goes bang, and it's like dusty and puffy and then it's over. You're like,
I want to change.
and everybody's like, yep, that's it. We're good.
Can I change mine? Can I change mine?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I have another one. I'm not changing.
It's gonna go on your permanent record.
I was standing right off to the side when they lifted Ashley up onto the and then he screamed, "Yeah, give me the ambulance," and she freaked out, and they said cut, and I went, crap.
That's right.
Dying. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy scary for her, but hilarious for me. Thank you.
Oh man, what do you definitely. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.